Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 25 with me, MrSealyp. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Monday the 9th of December. We've got some new mods and we've got an update on FS25. The Rossamash Nova 330 by Average Enjoyer has had an update that has had a few different changes, but it's had 3 new headers have been included in that pack. That's it for updates. Mods then, in front of me, we have got the old Slurry tank. This is by Bartson V3. 8.99 megabytes download, 9 slots, 15,000 to buy with a 70,000 litre capacity. As you can see, we've got an in and an out option. So this isn't one that has to go by or next to or wherever animal pens or anything like that. This can be a standalone. You can take your slurry or buy slurry or do whatever you want with it, store it, then take it out later on. Nicely made and detailed. Looks good, looks old, looks rusty. I mean, you're looking across at that, there looks like there's a dimensionality to that rust as well, which I love. I think it's absolutely brilliant. Under build modes, this one you will find under silos, right there, as I said, 15 grand. There's no options for customization or anything like that. Rotation and placement, nice and straightforward. Put it down. There we go. We're going to come back to that in a moment because I've got a slurry thing over there we're going to get to. So that's the old slurry tank by Bartson V3. Next we've got the Buying Slurry, Manure and Lime, also by Bartson V3. 6.6 megabytes download. We have got the manure purchase point, which is just here. I think all 3... No, manure purchase point and lime purchase point with 2 slots, and there's a liquid manure one, which is 5 slots. So the manure purchase point, this one here, 2 slots, 800 to purchase. The lime one, 2 slots, 1,200 to purchase, just here. And then we've got the liquid manure one, which, as I said before, is 5 slots, only 1,000 to purchase and gets placed. Now, I did some testing on this because I wondered if it was cheaper than the base game on map stuff. To buy a pallet or a bag of lime is 450 for 2,000 litres, so 225 for 1,000 litres. So what I did was I bought trailer loads, tanker loads, did my divisions and worked out what it was for 1,000 litres of each. So base game, it works out 65 pounds, euros or dollars for 1,000 litres of slurry or 1,000 litres of manure on the map. If you use this mod here, that's got the manure pile there and the slurry point. Now this will do slurry and digestate, I think. Yes, I'm pretty sure it does digestate. I only did the slurry price, actually. It's only 47, so it is cheaper. The curious one is the lime. If you get a bag or pallet of lime, it's 450, as I said, 225. For this one, it works out at 283 for 1,000 litres rather than 225. It seems curious to me that if a modder has made it, and quite clearly they've made it cheaper, why would you not make all 3 cheaper? Why only 2 of them? I don't know. It's a curiosity. Anyway, this you'll find under build mode. These things pique my interest. If we go to our containers, is where you'll find them. So there's the first one, 800, 1,200 and 1,000. That's where they're located. So as far as, I mean, it's fairly straightforward. You back up to them, click on it, and it will fill up whatever you want. So if you want to add these onto your maps, especially if you're, like for me when I'm doing this, if I'm setting stuff up at the moment, because there's no buy anything, silos or anything like that, if you want manure, if you want slurry digestate, you've got to go up to the animal dealer. If you're finding that a pain, if you don't want to, this only gives you the option for manure. That does come up with that screen. As you can see, we're filling up. No problem at all. And that was practically nothing. That makes... what? That doesn't make any sense. I made it out to be 47 for 1,000 litres. Oh yeah, we didn't quite get 1,000 litres then, did we? Or did we? What would that come in at? 35, didn't it? Oh yeah, not quite 1,000. I was going to say, hang on a minute. No, that's right. Don't worry. It's because I didn't go over 1,000. I suddenly thought, hang on, what's going on? There you go. Start filling. Lime. So the lime's a little bit more expensive. Weird. Very weird. And then this one gives you option for slurry or digest. And if we can take this one back as well to the other tank. Actually, I don't know whether that tank will only do slurry or whether it do digestate. So it's probably not a bad time to check, is it? We come alongside this one. So slurry or digestate. Let's go digestate. Just because I'm curious. Just over 1,000 litres. 75, not too bad for digestate. I don't know if this tank will take it actually. It does say slurry tank, but it might take digestate as well. And it might not, so... Oh, it does. That's cool. Hadn't tested that yet. I was just going to bring some more slurry over. So that should be showing... That's interesting. And again, I'm glad I tested that. We just put all of that in there, didn't we? This tank holds 21,000 litres. So what was in there was 21,000 litres of slurry, because I'd filled it up from there and then took it over here. We just poured over that digestate, which it took. And it's saying 21,800 or 600 something. So where did... It's not showing digestate. So whilst it took the digestate, it kind of changed it into slurry, but didn't... I wonder if we can take it back out again. That's very odd. All of these things you don't think of. I did all my prep. I didn't think, you know, certain things you test, certain things you don't, certain things you think might work, might not work. You're never quite sure. Start filling, slurry. Yeah. So it took the digestate, but it put it in a slurry, but not the full amount either. And now it's not letting me take digestate out. Well, there you go. Something to be aware of. I wonder if it converts it back to its original... Well, obviously it has converted it back. Anyway, I'm getting bogged down on one. That's the Buying Slurry, Manure and Lime by Bartson V3. Next over here, I've got a bit of a problem with this actually. We've got this. This is the Silage Silo Pack by Hydraulik. 0.24 megabytes download. They're one slot each. There are three. There's a small, a medium and a large. 4,200, 6,400, 9,200 for each to buy and place. And they only place at 90-degree angles, not full rotation. So I brought over my grass, as I often do, grass or chaff, to see whether we get any spill, or normally if it's got solid sides, whether it bleeds through. And when I tipped it in, it did this. It just poured out over the sides. So there's no sort of set edge, which means if you're going to fill this up, it makes your life so much more difficult, because normally you just fill it, it fills up to the sides of the bunker. When it gets up to the top, compact it, bang, off you go. If it does this, you've then got to either make sure it doesn't go out over the sides, or you've got to come back and clear up what's gone out over the sides. I just don't think that's right. Yeah, I mean, you go inside that and it'll tell you what's in there. It hasn't been compacted yet, but as soon as it did that, I thought, I'm not so sure. So, not raving about that. Under build mode is where you'll find it. Whether it's supposed to do that, I mean, it'd be a bit weird if it is, but if it is, fair enough. Should be under silos. As I said, just there, 4,200, 6,400, 9,200. Let's move that over there so we can just see one. So that's the smaller version. Yeah, bit peculiar. But that's what it is. It's a silage clamp. Whether it, yeah, I don't know. Things like this baffle me. I don't know why it happens, but anyway, that's by Hydraulik, rightly or wrongly. Next, we've got this. Now, this is very cool. I might put this. This might be the thumbnail actually. This is more flowers, and when I say flowers, not flowers as in here's a bouquet. Flowers as in more flower types. We've got both of these buildings, which are very cool indeed. This is by Piersi. It's 0.62 megabytes download. 14 slots, 288,000 for the larger facility. 4 slots and 36,000 for the smaller facility. Of the two, the smaller facility is the one that has piqued my interest more, but the other one is good as well. This has added in extra flower types. We can now get flour from peas, we can get flour from maize, and we can get flour from soybean out of these productions. Now, the maize isn't anything new as far as productions go. For FS25 it is, but the pea one is, and obviously soybean, certain mods on FS22 did soybean. But what's cool about this is that if we go into our production, look, I have put the base game small one in as well, which is this one here. So you'll see here, that's our large one, that's our small one, and you can see the extra crop types. We've got barley, we've got maize flour, that's the standard oat flour, pea flour, rice, long grain rice flour, sorghum, soy is new, and the wheat flour. So the ones that have got the bags are the new ones that have been added in. As far as capacity goes, it shows on the right hand side what each of those things will hold. I've got some bits in there. And then outgoing products, what they'll hold. And if we look at the recipes, 2,640. I'm just looking specifically at the maize, the three additionals at the moment, but they're all more. So 2,640 cycles per month, a recipe of 5 to 3. Now, I thought the recipe might be higher, but the cycles per month are very high. I'm down to our peas, cycles per month, 1,200. Recipe of 10 to 7, not too much of a loss, pretty cool. We come down to our soy, we've got 900, is that 900 or 960? So I'm indoors, 960, and a recipe of 20 to 19. So you're not losing very much at all on that, which is pretty cool. So they run fairly fast. Actually, I'm going to put all of the three of those on. Let's go up to that one because I've got a bit of each in there. Sorry. There we go. All three of those are on, so they should be producing. Now, that's your standard mini one that doesn't have the extras. But if you look at the cycles per month to the right-hand side, 48, 120, 72, 72, 120, 252. Capacities are, pretty much what the other one was. Let's look at the other one that comes in this pack. So with the additions in here, but it's the cycles per month that are more impressive because whereas I'm just going to pause now so I don't want to confuse anybody. The base game productions pretty much, the larger productions run 10 times faster. The cycles per month are 10 times faster than the smaller versions. So the ones you buy for 36 grand, pretty much across the board, are 10 times less cycles per month, so 10 times slower, technically. This one is not. This one is only half the cycles per month. So if you look there, 1320, and this one, 600, and this one, 480, they're only half what the larger one was. So to be fair, getting the small one on this, you can do the additional maize, peas and soy on top of the standard stuff anyway, but it's also only half the speed of the large one rather than 10 times slower. So I have to say, I mean, personally, I think that's an absolute no-brainer. If we go into our build mode, go to our factories, cereal, grain mill, there you go, 288 grand. So yeah, same price, it's the same building, it's just been tweaked. So we come down to the bottom then, and you'll see him just there, 288, 36. But like I say, that for me, that's what the smaller ones should be. I mean, say should be. They are much smaller, of course. People would argue if they're that much smaller, of course they're going to run that much slower. But I know people have been saying, yes, they're a lot cheaper and they're an easy way to get into. But I'd like them to run faster. And as I said in the other mod review the other day, as people start bringing out more and more mods, we're going to get productions that are going to run faster with either higher cycles per month or higher recipes per month. At this point, I also want to mention something about leasing productions. I have been inundated with people asking me about leasing productions. Can we lease productions? Where are the lease productions? Can you do a video on how to lease productions? You can't lease productions on console. It's a PC mod. So people have been saying, oh, I've watched so-and-so's video. They've been leasing productions. Why can't we? Because it's not a console thing. It's a PC mod. That's why we can't lease the facilities. Just putting it out there now for anyone that's watching this on console. And when I say inundated, I mean so many messages asking me the same question. So anyway, what we're going to do, we'll come out and we'll leave this one to run. I might speed up time, and then at the end, we'll come and look at this one. Like I said, we've already had a look at them in here, but we'll just click on it and you can see. And the capacities for storage are the same. So, to me, that seems like it's a bit of a win-win, isn't it, really? I think. I mean, that's exactly the same. It's the same thing. It's just been tweaked. I'm surprised. I'm going to say this out loud. I don't normally say this sort of thing out loud. I'm surprised Giants let that slide, because all that's changed there's been some XML tweaks, I guess, and the extra things have been added in. So when the pallets come out, the pallets have had to have been made, but nothing's been changed on the buildings themselves. I don't know. I suppose that happens a lot with vehicles and machinery and equipment and stuff like that. Anyway, that's the More Flowers by Piersi. We'll see what comes out the back. Next, behind that, we've got the American double silo, which is just here. Lovely. This is by Bartson V3, 7.84 megabytes download, 4 slots, 140,000 to buy with a 600,000 litre capacity. Standard crop types. This is not a multi-fruit silo. Under build mode, under silos, just there, as I said, 140 grand. We go to place it, full rotation, like so. No option for customization. You get it just as it is. Now the problem I've got at the moment as well, because I'm on console, because we haven't got to buy anything silo or anything yet, I haven't been able to check to see whether it will hold 600,000 litres of each crop type or 600,000 litres total, because I don't have 600,000 litres of anything stored up yet. So yeah, standard crop types. Normally I would have a buy anything silo, I would go and fill up a trailer, fill up to 600,000 litres and see if I could put something else into it to double check it. But it is 600,000 litres, it is standard crop types, not a multi-fruit. Again, nicely made, nicely detailed. I like the little rust spots and stuff around it, around the back as well. So it's all very nice indeed. Very cool. The American double silo by Bartson V3. Next door to that, we've got the machinery shed, which is just here. The machinery shed is by Sully, 8.8 megabytes download, 6 slots, 35,000 to purchase. This you'll find under build mode and sheds. Just there. There's no options for customization or anything. It comes just like that, so no color choices, no solar panels, nothing like that. You get it just as it is. Again, looks like concrete. The sound effects are really nice. That door, I don't know if it's just me, that door seems very small. Although our character does, yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Because looking like that, you think, well, no, it's the right size for a person. Looking in third person, but like that, it looks very small. I suppose because of where our eye line is in game. Don't know, anyway. And the other thing I've been noticing a lot with a lot of the mods that have been coming out, and I said this in the last mod review, they're not coming out with a base for them. I tried placing this in a couple of locations and it just came out with whatever the texture was underneath. But anyway, like I say, nice shutter sound. And having those open or sort of clear panels, not open, those clear panels above, nice amount of light coming in anyway, even though we do have a light switch, which is over here. Not a bad size, not a bad price, not a bad shed. That's the machinery shed by Sully. Next, we've got this. This is the Lizard KM180 4+1+1 by JMZ. 7.88 megabytes download, 5 slots. It's a 4+1+1 because it's a 4 furrow, 5 or 6, so the +1+1. Nice made in detail. I've gone for the metallic because I went for the just in the colour options. I thought, why not? Let's give it a metallic look to it. It looks majestic. Anyway, this you will find under plows, just there, 11 grand for the base model. So there's our 4, there's our 5, there's our 6. We have got the option of Trelleborg, BKT on the tyre on the back, and then colour. I'm not going to go through the colour options because you can pick whatever you like. If you've got that multi-colour choice option thingy, no, it's weird because it is a mod, the colour options, colour configuration by Giants, but a lot of people said that they haven't got it installed, but they've still got the option to do it. So, like say, you go into there and you've got all that anyway. But anyway, if you haven't, it is a mod, and you can pick any colour you like. So it's not really as relevant anymore as the colours. But anyway, so yeah, pick what you like with that. So let's hook up. Now, this doesn't have a drive down the road option. Normally, you say normally, ploughs like this will often have an option for kind of transport. I haven't seen an option to put that into a transport mode at all. So I can rotate the plough. So I can have my leading edge of my plough, whichever side I want. So if I was going to go down this edge of the field, I'd want my leading edge on this edge. That's, you know, usually how it's done. But again, do it how you like. And you can create fields, obviously. What is changing there? So you can bring it in and out a little bit. There we go. For transportation or adjustment on that. Yeah, moves it over a little bit. But not a twist is what I was kind of meaning. Anyway, let's lower it down. Bring that out again. Let's go to there. Oh, there we go. If I create fields, allow create fields. So for our extension of a field, or joining two fields together, or something like that. And as you can see, with it being a plough, it will bring up larger stones. Then when you get to the end of your row, and you're ready to turn your plough, rotate your plough over, come back the other way, jobs are good. I mean, it's fairly straightforward. Does the ploughing thing. It does say 3 meters in all 3 modes though, which I found curious. If we go back up to our ploughs, so on our 4 it's saying 3 meters, then it still says 3 meters, and it still says 3 meters regardless. I don't think it is. I'm just going to double check something here. 2.1, 2.6 and 3.1 it says, although it's just saying 3 meters there on all 3 of the options. Curious. Anyway, that's the Lizard KM180 by JMZ. Next we've got the Case IH 14. This is by Autoload modding, 4.22 megabytes download, 3 slots. This is a subsoiler. We've got this at a 2.5, 3.7 or 5.1 meter. I went for the 5.1 meter. So if you're looking for, I mean, this is a subsoiler, not necessarily a plough, but it does the same job in essence. Often you'll find if you get ploughing contracts, it won't let you use a subsoiler. But if you're doing it yourself and you need to plough, if you need a ploughed state, a subsoiler will do the job. So at 5.1 meters, it's not a bad width, and it's a straight one, which is pretty cool. There's a black sheet modding one, I think, that's in production at the moment that will be coming out at some point. Anyway, that being said, if we go along to our subsoilers, there it is, 10 grand for the base model. So we've got 5 blade, the 7 blade or the 9 blade in those 3 dimensions that I said, 2.5, 3.7 and 5.1 meters. We've got design standard, that decal or that decal, and then rim color for our rims. Again, not going to go through all the different color options. You can pick and choose whatever you like on that. So what we should have is, when we drop that down, and there you go. Now it's interesting, subsoilers, and I said this in FS22 a lot, subsoilers usually give you a ploughed state with a cultivated look, but not all of them do. This one is giving me a ploughed state with a ploughed look, and it is still bringing up small stones. So as far as ploughing goes, I prefer this type of plough to a moldboard plough, but it depends if you're a purist or not. Let's raise that up. I don't think we've got any option for... We can create fields, so I mean, at the end of the day, it is operating like a plough, so we can create fields with it. There's no option for shallow or deep cultivation. That's normally the disc harrows. I'd say normal. Again, I can't make sweeping statements saying normally. The game has been out long enough to have enough stuff like that. But it does the job you would expect it to, which is rather nice. That's the Case IH14 by Autoload modding. Next, we've got this. This is the Ocrama Grinton. This is by SMI modding team. 4.27 megabytes download, 4 slots, 2 meters wide. Doesn't look like it's 2 meters wide at the moment. This is under mulchers. I'm still having the same problem. I don't know what I did when I set all these up, but I can't get the mulchers or weeders or anything to work between the rows on these. I don't know. I have no idea why. It's very peculiar, but I can show you it doing its mulching thing, because it will mulch the grass, no problem at all. Maybe you'll have better luck between the rows, I don't know. But if we go to our mulchers, there it is, 5,900, 65 horsepower required, that's all, no options available. You get it just like that. It is designed for olive and grape work. We hop in, L1 and right stick side to side, puts that one out. or brings it back again. Right stick up and down, that's up, that's down. So you can adjust its width out to 2 meters. And this is just a drop down and go. You don't turn it on or anything like that. Watch it work now. Now what I found, which was very strange. Let's have a look. Right, so if you look between there, it's not doing anything to the ground at all, right? And this is what I mean. I'm baffled at the moment with my vines. I know the other stuff in there needs pruning, so it's not doing anything there, right? If I lift that up and bring it over to the grass here, you'll see what it does when it mulches, because it is just a mulcher. It mulches. There you go. There we go. We're mulching, which is what it's supposed to do. It mulches. But when I go down the rows between here, and now it's not doing it. What? That makes no sense. When I've tried this a little while ago, out on my end row, it was like it was cultivating. You know, see what I mean? It's not doing anything to the grass. And I've spent through months and months doing other different things, and the grass never seems to grow here. I don't know why, I don't know what's going on. But it is a mulcher, as you saw here at the grass. It is doing the mulching job. Yeah, I tested it out along here. Look. And that's what it did when I first tested it. It changed the ground from looking like that to looking like that. So I was just about to say to you, it's really weird it's doing this, and no, it's not. What is... Oh, there are so many things that... I've said this on plenty of mod reviews now. The problem I'm having and finding... I've got so many people messaging me, telling me about things that are wrong, problems they're having, issues they're having, it's not working, it's not doing this, it's not doing that. Everyone seems to be having different problems. I've had a few people message me who are having similar problems. And at the moment, it's that thing of I can't say anything definitively. I can't say anything is right or wrong, because what I think might be right might not be, what I think is wrong might not be. But like I say, as you can see from the grass, it is mulching. It is a mulcher. It is designed for doing, you know, between your vineyards and things like that. It's just whether or not it works for you, I guess. I mean, it looks fantastic. And as you saw doing the grass, it does the job. It mulches, it opens and closes as it should do. Very nice indeed. That's the Ocrama Grinton by SMI Modding Team. Which brings me on to the last of the mods for today, and it's a pack. And this here is representative of said pack. And I say that because this is the Bale Autoload pack. This is by Weekend Farmers Amarok 10, 13.26 megabytes download. 4 slots, 3 slots, 6 slots and 4 slots. There are 4 different trailers, and they all have different capacities, and they all have the same options. There's an easy mode and a pro mode. There's a helper mode, which I'm going to show you. Hopefully I get them in the right order. So what we'll do, I'll pick the small one because I thought it's quite cool having a small auto-load trailer, and again you can hook multiple together, but 2 in this pack can act as standard trailers in so much as they have capacities as well, so it gives you a bit of flexibility what to do like. So what we're going to be doing is looking for our baling gear, which is just here. Go to our transport and we come down. So we start there with the agro liner, 25,500. We've got the DPW FarmTech 1800. We've got the FarmTech DDK 2400, and we've got the FarmTech EDK 650. So options on this one. Now I'm not going to get, when we get to the bottom, I'm not going to go through main colour, rim colour, or anything like that. But we've got the option auto-load yes or no. So you don't have to have it auto-load if you don't want to, but we have got the option for yes or no. Wheel brand, Continental, Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Friedrichstein, and back again. We've got beacon on this one. We've got yes or no. Oh no, hang on, sorry. Left and right, or off. We've got tension belts, yes or no. So I said on the mod the other day there were no tension belts, which was weird. The Ponge, wasn't it? We've got design 1, design 2, design 3. So whichever one of those you like to go for as your design. Then we've got our colour options, and we've got our license plate option there as well. So that's the first one. Now this one, I'll read them out. I mean, it becomes almost, not arbitrary, but... so this one is the PWO, the Kruger PWO. So this will do round bales 26 at 125 centimetres, 22 bales at 150 centimetres, 18 bales at 180 centimetres. This is round bales, and it will do 4 cotton bales. Square bales, it will do 30 at 180, 220 and 240, it will do 24, and it will do 2 cotton bales of the square variety because they're much longer. So that's that one, and they're different sizes as we go down. So now we've got the DPW 1800 options on this: auto load, yes or no, same as the previous one. Options on the tyres: Trelleborg, BKT, Vredestein, Continental, back again. Extension, yes or no, does that. So you can have those on or off if you want to. Beacons, there's no tension strap option on this one. Left and right, or off. And then rim colour option on that one. So the Farm Tech, that one, DPW 1800, I'm going to say this a different way around. So round bales, 125 centimetre, 28. 150 centimetre, 24. That's not getting less, it's going more. 180 centimetre, 20, and cotton bales, 4. Square bales, 120 centimetre, 280. So the little diddy ones. Yes, it is. 180 centimetre bales, 30. 220 and 240 centimetre bales, 24. Square cotton bales, 2. I'm going to read out the other ones now because I'm going to show them in a second anyway. So the DDK 2400, that will do 22 at 125 centimetres, 18 at 150 centimetres, 14 at 180, and 3 cotton. It will do square bales, 180 of the tiny ones, 24 of the 180 centimetre, 18 of the 220 or 240 centimetre, and 1 square cotton bale. And if we go to the smaller one, which is the one I've got, it will do round bales, 10, 125 centimetre, 150 and 180 centimetre, it will do 6. Square bales, 120 centimetre, it will do 100, the small ones. 180 centimetre, 12. 220 and 240 centimetres, it will do 9. Like I said, it all becomes almost, when you go on and have a look, you can look in the description and stuff or on the Modhub, and it will tell you, but the various different amounts it will take. So, as I said, the ones I've just read out. So this one you can have as a standard trailer. So you've got 28,000 litre bale trailer auto load. So rather than having a switch of auto load yes or no, you can have it just as normal bale trailer as it is, or the auto load option. You can then go to the 14,000 litre or up to the 28 again. The 28,000 litre has the option for a cover, so I'll leave it on that because we've got a cover colour. Wheel brand again, Continental, Trelleborg, BKT, Vredestein, back again. Cover yes or no, so you don't have to have it on there if you don't want to. Then we've got our chassis colour, we've got our main colour, our cover colour, and rim colour as an option if you've got a cover on there. So again, I've read out all the bales. I know it's just a lot of figures in it to be thrown at people. They are auto loads. It's more about how they work, I personally think, than the amounts they work, the amounts they will take. But I mean, that's just me personally. And then the small one here, 8,000 litre bale trailer auto load, 4,000 litre, so it does have capacity for whatever you want. Then chassis colour, designs, I forgot to do designs. So we've got design 1, design 2, design 3, put side impact protection back to design 1. Chassis colour, main colour, rim colour, again, take your pick from pretty much anything you can imagine. So, I've got square bales, I've got round bales. Very nice. So, what are our options? So if we look top left, I go R1, it says toggle work mode. So we've got easy or we've got pro. I'm going to start off and show you on easy. Now easy works as you would expect an auto load trailer to work. We have also got the option, where is it? Unload assistant off or on. I'm going to turn that on for the moment, and that gives us some extra options. So that's when we come to unloading our bales. So if you want the full, let's make life easy for ourselves. So what we're going to do is put it into its operating position, so L1 and square. If I come across the side of our bales, it will load all our bales up. All very jolly, good to go. Now when I come to unload the bales, if I press triangle, because I put the helper on, I can move them side to side, up and down. If I go R1, we've got twist that way and we've got tilt this way. So as far as unloading helper goes, it's pretty helpful. I think you'll agree. Let's turn this back that way a little bit. I can unload them onto a trailer, as we've done many times before. If I unload here, unload them onto the trailer, put our tension straps on, and away we go. All very nice. So that's with all the bells and whistles on. So that's with our easy work mode and with our helper. So if I what do I want to do now? Stop unloading, operating position. Now we want to move them out, put them there, unload here, hang on, unload here, boom, there we go. Right, so that's our unload here. Now if we want to go pro mode, it's still an auto load, but it doesn't pick them up themselves. It does that thing I've done many times before, where you manually load, but it auto stacks them. So what I'll do, let's turn our assistant off as well, because I don't want to unload them necessarily. You can leave it on if you want to, but I'm going to turn that off. I'm also going to put it on toggle work mode pro. So when I drive alongside now, they won't automatically go onto the trailer. Even if I put it into, so stop unloading and operating position. So I've put it operating position, nothing's happened. So I've got my operating position on, but nothing's happened because it's on pro mode. So what I need to do now, if I'm on a field, I know I've already got a stack there, but if I was on a field, and I've said this before, if you like doing the manual stacking, manual loading of a trailer, but your stacking on the trailer isn't that good, you've got the best of both worlds with this pro mode. So all you do is grab your bales, and maybe three, maybe not the best bet now. And because I've got our auto load is switched on, operating position is on, when I unload these it will automatically stack them. There you go. So once you put it up, I thought it was going to actually allow me to put them down first, but it's because the first two weren't on. If I did one at a time, when I do that, so there you go. So it will automatically stack them, but you've got to manually load them. And because I've turned the helper off as well, when I get to the other end I can't unload them. So you've got to manually unload them. So you've kind of got a best of both worlds. Easy mode if you want to go the full whole hog, just drive past, pick them all up and away you go. But if you don't find that particularly realistic, you can use the pro mode. The pro mode just helps you with the stacking of your bales to make them look nice and neat and tidy when they're on the trailer. But you might not want that at all. If you don't, then don't have auto load on at all if you don't want it. And then you've got the unload helper. You can toggle that on and off, which will give you the option for when you unload your bales to move them, put them on the floor, tilt them, put them on a roof, do whatever you like. But if you don't want that, turn that off and you can unload them onto the trailer, and then you can just manually. But if you're going to do that, then the argument would be, why have an auto load trailer? You might as well just manually do it anyway. So it's up to you. You've got a few different options to choose from. So I'll show you what I mean. If we now unload bales and unload here, they're now on the trailer, which I can strap down and we can go wherever we're going. Because I turned the helper off, when I get to the other end, I've got no option for unloading those bales. I can turn it back on again if I want to. There you go. So I can stop unloading. Operating position. And now unload bales, and now I've got my option to do it. So like I say, you can turn that helper on and off if you want to. It's entirely up to you. The pro mode, I think, is more about the fact that it doesn't automatically pick bales up as you drive past them. You've got to manually bring them over. It does kind of whip them off the top of the forks when you do it, but I don't know. I mean, I say, take it however you want. That's what it does. That's the Bale Auto Load pack by Weekend Farmers Amarok 10. Oh, hang on a minute. No, don't go anywhere. Don't go yet. Steve, wait. Don't go anywhere, mate. Come on. Hold your horses. Let's speed up time and let's get a couple of pallets out because I want to see what these new pallets look like. Actually, while we've been doing that, how we're looking for production. Okay. There's our first one. That's our soy flour. Wow, soy flour is pretty speedy. There we go. There's our next one. Peas flour and maize flour. Very nice indeed. Now you can go, Steve. Thank you very much. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.